Today, because I think you'll agree, that was a great speech. The good news is that we are getting near the end of this speech-a-thon. No wonder we got married on the longest day of the year. But I'll try and keep mine like Stuart on his wedding night. It'll be over before you know it. And if everyone can stay awake, that's a bonus. I took a similar approach to Nick in writing the speech. I turned to the internet first. Unfortunately, the first thing I googled was best man gags. I advise you not to do that. So then I just thought I'd tell some funny Stuart stories, because there are loads of those. Like the time he went sleepwalking as a child into my room, decided he needed a wee, and decided the best place to have a wee would be in my ear. You've heard the story before, haven't you? Fortunately, Mum heard him moving around and stopped him. It's the only time I would have ever been glad to have Mum burst into my room shouting, "No, stop that, put it away!" But there are so many of those stories that we'd be here all day, and I wrote that kind of speech 20 years ago, and nobody wants to repeat that. So, I thought I'd just keep it simple and pay tribute to Stuart and Katie as a couple, because they make such a great team. And we've already seen how much of a positive impact Katie's had on Stuart. I said this before, and when I said it, I made Katie cry, so we'll see what happens when I say it again. Stuart, I haven't seen you this happy for years, and that's down to your beautiful new wife. In the words of the Human League, she picked you out and shook you up and turned you around. She hasn't quite turned you into someone new yet, but that's what marriage is for. You've landed on your feet. Well, apart from that thing with the camel. And I think I speak for everyone here when I say I couldn't be happier for you. Katie, obviously, I didn't know you before you met Stuart, so I don't know how your life's sped up. But, you have a fabulous new dress. You probably never have to pay for a mechanic again. But most of all, your family is just quadrupled in size with all these amazing new in-laws. So really, you're both winners. Before I wrap this up, I do want to mention a couple of other people, because it's not all about you. On behalf of myself, Craig, and all the stags, I would like to say a big thank you to Nick for doing the work of three brothers and organising the cracking stag weekend for Stuart. It was a packed couple of days, lots of activities, lots of laughs and lots of drink. And we also learned some things as well, such as the people of London are remarkably unfazed by the sight of a grown man dressed as a camel, waving his massive willy around. No, waving a massive willy around. Sorry, Pete. Also, you're never too old to need your big brother to make sure you find your way back home at the end of the night. And something I learned, nothing gets a bus full of rugby boys ready for a match like a soundtrack of Wham, Bronski Beat and Right Said Fred. That explains why you all love a scrum so much. Can I also have another round of applause, please, for another special couple who this weekend are celebrating 40 years of marriage, and that's our mum and dad. If there's anything Stuart and Katie can learn from their example, is that the secret to a long and happy marriage is patience and selective hearing. For now, I will leave you with my advice for a happy marriage. The best way to get the last word in any argument is to say sorry. Or, when you're done saying your piece, you leave the room and just slam the door behind you. Now, admittedly, I've never been brave enough to try that myself. So, you know, I'll leave it with you, run with it, let me know. Now, before you strap yourselves in for breaks, can I just ask you again to be upstanding? And raise your glass to the bride and groom.